Alright, another unfortunate video to have to make. So derived energy, contrived dummery, something like that. Anyway, decided to make some pointlessly stupid, idiotic, unnecessary video. Yeah, so, no, surprise, surprise. So it's titled, "What the fuck do you think you're doing in Mendham?" Question mark. So, provocative title. Alright, so he's taken two quotes from probably 2 years ago. Who knows when? Who cares when? Let's just understand the history here, okay? Somebody made a video about the Holocaust. I sort of made the point in a video that, wait a minute, buddy, you really don't want to get on this subject, okay? You can't talk about the Holocaust. You just can't, okay? People go insane, and it's just no point in it, okay? Just no point. Just don't go there. Don't bother doing that. And apparently I said a couple of things in that video that you're just not allowed to express your personal opinion. I said something like, yeah, there's some stuff I don't buy either, or something like that. And so all of a sudden I was told I must account for those statements. So then I made a follow-up video just to explain, look, millions of Jews were maliciously and deliberately segregated, labeled, discriminated against, denied any kind of rights. Then they were, you can't get any worse. I mean, through just bigotry alone, they were classed as something not suitable for civilization, and interred until there was something they could do with them, some place they could send them, some island, Jew Island or whatever, that they would be deported to, because they weren't going to exist in among the civilized people. And that through the course of this process, millions of people were ground up, disposed of in the most insidious, disgusting manner possible. Worked to death, starved to death, neglected to death. Slowly, maliciously, and for no other reason than grotesque bigotry. Now, saying that, okay, isn't good enough. You have to say they were deliberately, 4 million of them were deliberately gassed by the specific kind of gas. Yeah, if you don't say that bit, okay, everything else you just said doesn't matter. You're an anti-Semite and a Jew hater and a Holocaust denier. And yeah, I'm not going to bow to your extortion. I'm not going to bow to your demand that I believe everything you believe. And this fucktard believes Michael Jackson loved children in a good way, that he only wanted to touch their hearts, not their willies. That's what this fucking idiot believes. And he's going to tell me what I have to believe. Yeah, right. Sure he is. And Michael didn't have too many girls over the house, did he? Little girls. Yeah, no, he didn't. He was a willy man. Anyway, boy man, whatever he was. So he's made this really unnecessary video. So he quote-mined me for these two quotes. So these two quotes aren't acceptable. I'm saying to you, you're the one with the extraordinary theory, all right? You're the one with this theory that it was deliberate, malicious effort to exterminate Jews, and I'm just saying that the evidence no fucking way adds up to that. Yeah, they wanted to exterminate Jews from Europe. Okay, they didn't want, well, whatever Nazi land would be. I mean, Nazi land was going to be whatever, most of Europe, right? And if they could, Africa. And if they could, Russia. Yeah, so they were just, Jews weren't going to be living in Nazi land, that's for damn sure. But obviously they tried to sell them. I mean, they did want to get rid of the Jews. They just wanted them out of their place. They didn't care if the rest of the Jews stayed over on Jew Island. So that would be my first argument. And then I'm saying, look, I'm not gonna argue all the evidence, but I mean, there's just a ton of it, and I grew up watching it evolve right before my face in school. Every year, the history books would change. Not every, but every 2 years or so, the history books would change, and the story would change. And there was this silly kind of evidence, right? They would talk about the gas chambers, and they'd show a shower head as the image. That was the picture, a shower head. And the argument was that, the Jews were fooled into taking a shower, and gas came out of the shower head. I mean, stuff that just doesn't make any sense. Logically, you're just saying, why would you have it coming out of the shower head? They're going to try to rip the shower head off, and they keep breaking the shower heads off, and you have to keep replacing them. It'd be so much easier to have the gas come out of the ceiling, you know. But I mean, there's so many obvious things you just think of. If you want to exterminate Jews, you don't bother taking them to some camp somewhere. You just pretend there's a camp somewhere, all right? And while they're on the train, you dispose of them, right? When you got 30 or 40,000 of them on a train, yeah, well, you just go into a tunnel and you close both ends and you fill it full of carbon monoxide, and guess what? No more Jew problem. I mean, I don't want to argue this stuff, but I mean, it's just stupid. I'm just saying, why would the story keep changing? Why they made a movie with fucking Spencer Tracy. So here they have fucking Spencer Tracy in the movie, right? And they make a movie, Judgment at Nuremberg. And why isn't it about gassing 4 million Jews? Why is it about this stupid, idiotic, they sterilized a retard and whatever. Some girl got in trouble because she was like intercultural sex or something. You weren't allowed to have sex with Jews or something. And you're saying this is what they're going to make the whole movie about? 4 million Jews got gassed, and this is what you're making a movie about. That didn't make a hell of a lot of sense, did it? No sense at all. You know, I mean, this is the lampshade shit, the soap shit, I mean, all the other bullshit that's out there. The evidence was crap then, and they've just rebuilt it now, right? I mean, it's just, you know, sorry, no sale. You know, they bought insecticide. That's right, when, you know, everybody's dying of typhus, I guess it's a good idea to buy insecticide. Yeah, gee, you know, boy. But no, it's not smart for them to. The big Nazi empire couldn't figure out that carbon monoxide is colorless, odorless, and evaporates back into the atmosphere. Why wouldn't you kill your Jews with carbon monoxide? Why would you expose your soldiers to a heavy metal gas that's going to leave residue everywhere? I mean, it's going to be on everything. Everything you touch is going to have fucking. I have no point. I don't want to argue it. So let's understand here. I've never made a video about the Holocaust on purpose. I've never even expressed my opinion voluntarily like I want to make a point about the Holocaust. I've never engaged in this in any kind of deliberate way at all. I have no agenda. I've never gone to a Holocaust-denying website and said, hey, good job, guys. I have no fucking agenda here except not to have a bunch of fucking assholes tell me I have to believe it or else I'm going to call you a Holocaust denier. That's it. That's all my agenda is. I find it offensive as fucking goddamn hell to have idiots tell me what I have to believe. Damn. So anyway, here's the second thing he quoted, quote mind. I've stated I've never had an anti-Semitic moment in my life. So what, you don't believe that? You believe I really am an anti-Semite and I just want to make stupid videos about stupid fucking gas chambers because I find it entertaining and fun? Somehow I think somehow it makes the Holocaust so much worse if the Nazis didn't deliberately work, starve, and neglect the Jews to death. It's so much worse if they quickly gassed them to death. That's so much more horrible. Yeah, the Holocaust would have been so... I mean, just imagine how horrible the Holocaust, the images would be if the dead Jews were fat and healthy, you know, when they were thrown in the ditch. Just think about how that would have made it so much better. Because, yeah, you'd see that horribleness of them dying quickly. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it could be any worse than the way it was. Now, you want to say 4 million of them died in gas chambers instead? Well, go ahead and say it, but I think it's stupid. Fuck you. I've stated I've never had any idea. If you're going to say I'm anti-Semitic because I don't believe the whole fucking deliberate extermination gassing of millions of people theory, then fuck you. Yeah, and I'll just say it again, fuck you. If you think the grand, brilliant Nazi empire that was building fucking goddamn rockets and Tiger tanks and all this other shit is too stupid to figure out what carbon monoxide is and too stupid to figure out that maybe they should just kill the Jews on the way to the camp instead of waiting until they get to the camp, that somehow that might be logistically a little bit awkward if you're trying to kill the Jews while you're storing the Jews. I mean, it'd be kind of awkward to say, well, hell, you know, how are we going to kill a bunch of Jews over here without these Jews knowing we're killing the Jews over here? I mean, why would you even bother worrying about this shit? Yeah, that's right, you wouldn't. So, let's see if we post anything else. What's this one? Yeah, the same one. Okay, and then if you post something here, go see this website, go see that website. How do you know the Nazis used gas chambers to kill the Jews in mass? The same way we proved the Holocaust in general. Well, whatever. So you're going to tie the Holocaust in general to the gassing of 4 million Jews. And if somebody says, nah, maybe it was less than that, a lot less that died in gas chambers, and most of them died of attrition through grotesque neglect, no, you're a Holocaust denier. You're an anti-Semite. Whatever. Written documents, orders for Zyklon B gas, blueprints and orders for building materials for the crematoria. Crematoria, interesting. That's not a gasatoria. A gasatoria is a lot different than a crematoria, Einstein. The fact that they had to dispose of bodies, that one we're going to grant you. But we also have to grant that there was lots of other use for what you would call a crematoria in a facility housing many thousands of people. Witness testimony, well, that, this stuff is only so good, and this stuff is only so much good, right? These diaries, because what about letters, right? This is one thing that's hugely, just not much of. Like, why wouldn't the guards at the camps, or all the soldiers who went through, they'd be writing letters home, and about, well, yeah, gassed a bunch of Jews today, getting the job done, little by little, or something. I mean, no, you don't have any such letters. There's lots of pieces of evidence that should be there that aren't there. Photographs, well, bullshit, you don't got crap worth of that. Secret photos taken of the burning bodies. Yeah, well, whatever. Burning bodies is not evidence of using gas chambers. Newsflash. The camps themselves, well, that's sort of bullshit right there, right? You're in big trouble there. Because all they have is reconstructions of gas chambers. There's no authentic gas chambers. Yeah, well, whatever. The forensic evidence, indicates delousing. Yeah, that's what it indicates. But anyway, not going to argue that crap. So let's just get to the whatever. So all this stuff is apparently something. Like I said, all this crap, you're not allowed to state there was the Nazis killed 4, 5, 6 million Jews for bigotry alone, out of just gross, disgusting bigotry. And if you say that, you're an anti-Semite. If you say Nazis absolutely suck, they were the most disgusting, stupid, idiotic, moronic, propagandist bastards the world has ever known, no, you're an anti-Semite. Alright, negative evidence. We have documentation of the numbers of prisoners shipped to various camps. Yeah, well, those numbers were provided by people who, ironically, well, let's not even get into it, but, the same characters of history who you find reason to doubt in other circumstances. Alright, so here we go. Of the 9 million Jews who had resided in Europe before the Holocaust, approximately 2/3 were killed. Over, the 9 million is kind of a number. Over 1 million Jewish children were killed. So there's 1 million children. And how many were survivors? That would be the number to know in the Holocaust, as were approximately 2 million Jewish women and 3 million Jewish men. So why would the Nazis let 1 million extra Jewish women live? I mean, you have to assume they captured the same number of men and women, and for some reason they let an extra 1 million Jewish women survive the Holocaust. So Nazis weren't smart enough to know that Jewish women are the ones that have babies. Yeah, whatever. And that Jewism is basically passed down on the mother's side. That's another catch there, isn't there? I mean, I guess they didn't know anything about the Jewish religion, I guess. Well, whatever. I don't mean to mock it, but I'm just sick of it, so I will mock it. I'm just going to say, fuck this whole bullshit. As I've said before, I have no interest in talking about it. Apparently, he felt the need to do it because he saw some scandalous video made by somebody else, iterating points I made before. Again, I have no agenda on this subject, no desire to talk about it, no want to talk about it, no any of that. These assholes keep throwing it back in my goddamn face. I have no agenda. I'm saying I believe what I believe. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck what you believe. I'm just telling you, I believe what I believe, all right? And I don't have a right to it. And I'm not going to utter certain words that you want me to utter because you sit there and going to say, I'm going to call you a Holocaust denier if you don't say it. Well, fuck you. Shove that crap in your own ass. So whatever. So fuck these commenters, of course. So, yeah, derived energy, you can go fuck yourself. Had my fill of you fucking defender of child molesters. Ew, an autoplay, that's good enough reason to hate him. Oh, blocked, for sure. So, fuck you, bringing this shit up again. The lowly apprentice, another asshole. Another one of these petty assholes. So, yeah, we'll get rid of him. Not that it matters, I don't really, I don't even pay attention to my YouTube channel, so I don't even care who I have blocked. Well, whatever. I don't read, no one comments, and I don't even read the comments most of the time, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, these people aren't, look, Gary says the weirdest things occasionally. I only watch his videos about truly important subjects. Well, you don't need to watch any of my videos, really. You can just fuck off like the rest of them. But don't be whining and whining to get your little rights back again. Okay, if you post any PMs to me, I'm going to make them public. Okay, you little whiny crybaby. Alright, you're posting comments in a video that's basically calling me a Holocaust denier again. I'm sick of it, you fucking cunts. So you can go fucking drop dead too. Same for you, Gazzy, Goose Guy, whatever the fuck you are. Fuck you, you retard. Yeah, you all know the truth. You're all the truth tellers. Why don't you put Judgment of Nuremberg on here as your autoplay? Yeah, then you can explain to people why it doesn't talk about 4 million gas Jews. Anyway, Gary's losing subs quickly. He used to have 12,000. Everybody had a lot more subs, and then they got rid of all your dead accounts, so had the same number of subs for a year. Yeah, I'm not getting any more subs, but that's okay. Who needs them? Who needs these? Who needs assholes who are going to force other people to say what they want people to say? That they can't honestly say, I don't believe you have enough evidence for me to say 4 million people died in gas chambers. I don't think you have anything close to that kind of evidence. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. Yeah, okay, well, fuck you. I am allowed to say fuck you, and that's what I'm going to say. Fuck you. Jesus. Turd. Who else? Herbert Blubber guy. I think his point, made in previous videos, was that this is such a sensitive topic with many non-disinterested parties that it is difficult for the average member of the public to form an informed opinion. I never said that. What I said is there's a ton of people who are just living off of fucking propaganda. We know, we know there was a huge incentive back in the 50s and 60s to create empathy for the state of Israel, to create Israel, to keep Israel, okay? Israel wasn't going to survive if there wasn't a huge amount of empathy for the circumstance of the Jews. And so if you made the circumstance a little more malicious, like, oh yeah, they were trying to genetically destroy the Jewish race and make it a little more aggressive, then you could find maybe some more empathy for the existence of the state of Israel, a religious state that the democracy of America was going to defend. And so that's probably the incentive for some of it. But the truth is, just go back to the New York Times. Go back to the New York Times historically and start at whatever, 1946, and just see how the stories evolved, how the truth evolved. And it did, big time. Anyway, to hold the question, let's see. Informed opinion, that to hold that opinion does not make one a Holocaust denier, since it is undeniably true. I don't even know what that means. Since what is undeniably true? The Holocaust? Well, of course, the Holocaust is undeniably true, but you didn't even write this very articulate. You wrote this so poorly. Why he would want to go there, given the opportunity it provides for quote mining, I don't know. I didn't go anywhere. These assholes are quote mining 2-year-old shit. I haven't chosen to go anywhere. They'll quote mine this video for their purposes, right? Well, I'm not going to just sit back and let these assholes say their shit, so I'm not supposed to defend myself? Or what? I'm supposed to just say what they're insisting I say? Yes, 4 million people died in the gas chambers. I promise, it's the truth. I know it. Wikipedia told me so. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Well, fuck you too. Fuck you. Fuck you for commenting on this shit video. I mean, you know, just fuck you people. Fuck you people and this bullshit. It just really is just disgusting. I mean, I would love to be able to, I wish we could have an honor test. I wish there was goddamn polygraph test ever. I wish we had reliable lie detector tests so I could show that I bet you I have spent more time in my goddamn life than this cunt contemplating the Jews in the Holocaust. I bet you I've spent not just a little bit more time, I bet I've spent 10 times more time contemplating the daily lives and the lives of the people in the Holocaust. I bet you it's a goddamn truth. I bet you. Because to me, it did have a huge impact. The World War II had a huge impact on me. It was the war I grew up with. And so thinking about what happened and how it happened was something I spent a lot of time doing. And so I wish I could just prove that this cunt doesn't give a fuck about this subject. Alright? And he's just using it like the rest of these petty turds because they think they have something to question my integrity or my character with because I won't follow along and buy the whole fucking propaganda story. Well, fuck you, cunt. Fuck you, cunt, for using the Holocaust this way, you stupid piece of shit. And I have nothing to apologize for, to feel ashamed of, goddammit. Nothing! And I resent this. This is disgusting. This fucking asshole didn't even know what an animal was when he started talking antinatalism, you know, when he was first on YouTube. You know, he just cares about killing humans off. Useless turd. So, goodbye, asshole. Fuck off. May the force not be with you. And such. Alright, enough of that. Really, fuck you people. Petty fuckers.